It might be morning, it might be afternoon where you are. But what we're starting with is saying hello. It's good to see, to be here and being able to share our knowledge. So I am Jabo Butera, and I am the managing director of Diversity Business Incubator. Diversity Business Incubator, we are an incubation center, as it says on the tin, an incubation center for businesses. So entrepreneurship or anyone thinking of starting their own businesses, our purpose is to support them. Our purpose is to see how can we help them. And if we cannot know how to help them, we always know other people can help them. So it's that linking, that incubation center where you come to find more what is all about businesses, how to start your own businesses. But the second element as well is everyone in business trading, how can we enhance that? Our primarily businesses or our primarily clientele or focus group we're looking at is individual from the Black and the Asian minority community, but this is not exclusive. It comes there from the experience we've seen, but also the economical imbalance we see in the society. COVID has been one of the, how can we call it, a factor to expose that economical imbalance, the health imbalance, that even the digital imbalance between the what is called the Black and Asian minority ethnicities and the rest of the community members, the white communities. So COVID has been one of the factors to expose that. Our purpose, so our organization has been going on for 3 years now. We're based in Devon, southwest of England, but we cover the most of the southwest of England. Our remit goes all the way to the southwest, and hopefully soon we'll be able to expand to other places. So, as I say, we existed for more than 3 years now, and our purpose is simple as this: reducing that gap, which is poverty reduction, in other terms. But how do we do that? It's not by exploring saying how to give money or spending the money. No, we're looking at how to encourage entrepreneurship, where individuals from this community will learn or will acquire the knowledge on becoming entrepreneur or expressing their passion and make an income out of that. That's what entrepreneur is. Entrepreneurship is expressing your passion and turn it to an income generator. So that our aim is to create more of these entrepreneurs in the VME community so that we can bridge that gap. Today is one of the sessions we will have. Many of them will be broadcasting more often. We will get a chance to exchange with you. We will get a chance to share the knowledge we have with you. We will get a chance to hear from you and what you can share with others. We're not the expert. We're not saying we know it all. The little we know, we want to share with everyone, but as well as getting an opportunity for anyone else who's got a knowledge we want to share. Hopefully soon we'll be having guests and then we'll be able to share that knowledge with everyone. Today, particularly, we want to talk about the big terms or big word which comes most of the time a challenge in the society is money. Yep, you heard it well. Money. Do you go in business because you want to make money? Or when you talk about poverty reduction, does it mean you people having more money than less money? So it's all around that word, monetary, money. But in real terms, the monetary values can be expressed different way. It can be the money, the physical one you see, or it can be your time, it can be your values, it can be your hang around. So let me give just a simple quote to start with. This is an author who wrote a book called The Secret of the Millionaire Mind. I like that word, millionaire. I'm sure most people like that. The Secret of Millionaire Mind. This is T. Harv Eker who put this quote. The single biggest difference between financial success and financial failure is how well you manage your money. Yeah. It is simple. To master money, you must manage money. To master money, you must manage money. And that's the conversation we'll be having. How do you manage money? First of all, having the courage of talking about money. Because for sure you understand when poverty is there, when there's that lack of the money, it becomes a taboo subject. It becomes, don't talk about it because I don't have it. It becomes something, an alien to have a conversation. It becomes an alien word, money. But for you to be able to master it, you need to know how to manage it. So this is why we're having this conversation today around financial literacy. How can we learn how to manage money? Financial literacy. And just repeating the word of the amazing author, say it's simple. To master money, you must manage money. So at DBI, this is what we're going to be conversing around: managing money, mastering money, and how you do that, especially around financial literacy. For the next 10 sessions of this, we'll be talking about financial literacy. You'll be joined by other guests and everything. And you can follow us. We have many of the platform we stream our broadcasting. You can see us on Facebook. You can get us on Twitter, LinkedIn, and all the links will be available. You can see us, follow us on DBI, on Facebook, on Instagram. And then you'll hear more about what we're doing. So today, let's speak just on this element of financial literacy. And I'm not going to go much into details of what it is because it's the first one. It's many of the series we're going to be going on. But the financial literacy, I want to break it down more in actions. I want to bring it down to simple act. What can you do today? What can you learn today? What can you take home with you today? That's what we want to give it to you. The best part I want us to pick on, it's coming from a bigger scope of a business plan. You've heard people talking about business plan. So when you want to start your business, you need a business plan. Now, let's dilute it more. Within that business plan, there are different elements. And in there, when it comes to terms of monetary money and the monetary values, the one which is more used is the financial focus or cash flow focus. I don't know if you've heard about it, but that's what it is. Let's look at the cash flow focus. But within the cash flow focus, let's dilute it even further down. Let's speak on one element called personal survival budget. So all this information and how you can get a template of it, we have the template. It's free. You don't pay for it. It's free. These are resources we have in the city. You might hear that this big word and this, where do you get it from? Get in touch. As you say, our social media there, get in touch with us. There's different ways you can get in touch with us. We'll send you the template. And it's not our template as well. We work with different partners from whom we are getting those resources we're sharing with. And among them is the Heart of Southwest, which is part of the Plymouth City Council, as well as the British Business Bank. They're the one who support most of the time of the startup and British Business Bank. You can check them on their website, British Business Bank. You'll find all the resources needed there. So we'll share with you if you want some of them templates. Coming back to what I was saying now, a personal survival budget. And you'll wonder, why talking about my personal budget if I'm talking about business? I remind you again, we said about the way of having that financial capacity or means. You need to know how to manage your money. But you're not going to go to manage the business money if you don't know how to manage your own money. Think about it. So do you think people will trust you with managing their organization or their businesses or their voluntary sector or any other place if you don't know how to manage your personal budget? And we're talking about personal survival budget. Personal survival budget. Element I want to pick on here, we're touching on the survival, the right, that thing you need to be on to be alive, because there can be a personal thriving budget. There can be a personal living budget. But let's speak on the personal survival budget. Have you got a personal survival budget? Or what is it, a personal survival budget? All this is to equip you with the financial literacy we always talk about. So don't go into this thinking, it's only when I start a business that I'm going to need a business plan or I'm going to need a cash flow focus, or learning how to manage money when I'm getting a job. Now, these are the everyday life you need to acquire. These are skills required for you to survive in this world. So personal survival budget is really good tool to work on, which will give you a summary or a total of how much you need to survive. And then giving reference to Maslow hierarchy of need. For those who know where it get found, you can always find that, Google that, Maslow hierarchy of need, which is the human need every individual have. Your Maslow hierarchy of need. And you have the basic one, which is the safety. Every human being needs to feel safe. That's the first thing. When your safety disappears, everything else will come after. Or priority of things, how they follow each other. Your safety is the prime thing. So that roof over your head is your safety net, because you know when it's raining or when it's sunny or when I keep that safety. Think about everything which creates your safety around you. There is the general one, which is like having a safety in terms of where the country where you live. Simple example, in England there is enough safety that you can vacate and do other stuff. But if that safety is taken away, you're not even going to worry about what you're going to be eating. You're going to be about running away to find safety. It's the same thing with diluting further down, safety in terms of roof over your head. If there is a leakage in the roof where your house and your family is protected, I'm sure you'll be thinking of how to solve that first before thinking what's going to come on the table as food. So in your personal survival budget, you can do this. Put in line what you need. First of all, the roof over your head. I'm not talking about the business roof. I'm talking about you personally, you as an individual. And this is an exercise for everyone. Everyone who's an income generator, anyone who's an adult whose responsibility is no longer on someone else, where they are responsible for themselves. What is the roof over your head? What's the cost attached to it? How much does it cost to have that roof over your head? So that roof overhead, that's what you have, the roof over your head. It comes with other element of it. So you have a house, you might have a caravan, you might have a camping, you might have, it does not matter what it is, but that safety you've created. And include that safety, you're gonna have keeping warm, keeping the light on, keeping the water running. So you see now your overhead, your survival budgets, you start seeing what you need to be there. So the rent, the electricity, the gas, the water, council tax bill, the land you are on, that roof overhead has to pay the bill, some contribution to the council for your collection of bins, security in terms of policing, fire brigade, all that. You see, it's all to build around your safety. That's the Maslow hierarchy. Every human being have that. Once you know how to manage this, or when you know them, that's when the companies or your business, anyone's business, they'll have trust in you because they see you know how to manage your personal survival budget. So we're putting that the roof over the head. We're putting what is surrounding it. So your electricity, your water, your council bill, and any cost relating to that roof over your head. That's the first thing you need to put down. The next one is biological need of every human being, food. You need to provide food for yourself. You need to provide food for some if you have children or those depending on you. Put it down now. How much does it cost you per week, per month? What is it? Or you just shop as because there's money we shop. Budget for it. Put it down. All right? Let's start with that. So we know how much is the rent, electricity, gas, and water, and council tax. Now the food. How much do we spend on that? Break it down weekly, monthly. How is it going? That way it helps you to plan and budget. We'll come. You see, it's building towards that business plan we talked about. That planning. So your food. You got that covered? No. Human being, the other element you need is that flexibility, mobility, and moving around. You need to go from A to B. There is that human connections. Put down what is it costing you for your mobility. You might have a car, you might not have a car, you might have a bus. You might need to jump on a bus. But how much does it cost you? Those are the criteria you get in your personal survival budget. Again, we'll get in touch with us. We'll be able to send you a template. And within this template, we'll have those blocks in there. You can change them according to your needs. They're not like mandatory. These are the big lines you can learn from. So get in touch. Drop us an email at info@dbi.org.uk or join us on our from our different platform. Today Technology. You can get in touch so many ways through Twitter, through Instagram. You can see even what we're doing on YouTube and comment there. We'll be able to pick that one up and we'll send you the template. Repeating, it's free. These are resources existing in the city. Now you've come back to the personal survival budget. We're talking about the personal survival budget today. That's the only element we pick on. You talk about the food, you talk about the roof over your head. Those basic Maslow hierarchy need are there to cover your personal survival budget. I'll add the last one, which most of the time individual we tend to forget, is the right to enjoy what they call entertainment. You need to budget for that. It cannot be work. There's no part of entertainment. And it cannot be entertainment only without that part of work. But if you budget well, you see that's how we follow each other's. We started with the safety. We put the food on the table and whatever is covered of it, that biological need. Now we're talking about the third element when you're talking about that emotional need of expression. Budget for your entertainment. A day out, an afternoon out, I don't know, play a game, or even the cable you have, Netflix and others. Those have to be budgeted for. And those come after. You see, we started with the roof over your head, then the biological need. Now we're talking about the emotional needs. You cannot be responding to the emotional needs before the safety need is not covered. If you reversing them, then you're gonna hit a wall where your Netflix cable is more important than paying your rent. When your, I don't know, games, the gaming, people pay for playing games these days. If your subscription to play games is higher than how much it goes to provide food in your fridge, then we have a problem. And again, if your fridge is taking more of your money compared to the rent or the mortgage you're paying, then review that. So that's the three elements I'll put in there. Your safety need first, then your biological need first, the food on the table and all that, and then the emotional need in the same, like entertainment and satisfaction of your feelings. Those are the three things you'll need mostly in your business personal survival budget. So I hope that has been helpful. And again, as I say, get in touch. We'll be able to send you the draft of it. Now, this personal survival budget, it's a need for everyone and easy to be done by everyone. Unfortunately, it's easy also not to be done by everyone. And that's where we're finding our challenge. When we're not using these easy programs or easy activities, you tend to lose focus, or you tend to lose your mission because you're jumping from A to B to C and back. You don't remember what was just done. So when the salary comes, or when the income, when the money comes, because let me tell you, it will come. Different ways or others, income will come to you. Money will come to you. It can be through your hard work and sweat. It can be a donation. It can be a grant. It can be you can win a lottery. It happens to other people, it can happen to you. But if you don't know how to manage that personal survival budget, it's not going to last long. Coming back to what we said at the beginning with the quote of the author of The Secret of the Millionaire's Mind. To master money, you must manage money. And the single biggest difference between financial success and financial failure is how well you manage your money. And that's the conversation we're having today. Giving you tips how you can well manage your money. Giving you ideas how you can well manage money. Again, we're not financial advisors. We are not financial advisors. We're just giving you tips. This is important. We're just giving you tips, but try them. It's not mandatory. Try them. They might work. Or continue the way, just like everyone, hustling as they call. So again, simple. Go back to your personal survival budget. Let's look on our personal survival budget. You have it, even if you can, we will send it to you if you request it. And then once you get it, print it out. Even if you want a printed copy on a bigger size, like you see we have on the wall, we do our daily goals, what we need to achieve in a day. This is something we'll talk about next time for you as well. Put your daily goals there and do your daily goals. So if you want your personal survival budget on a bigger piece of paper, we can do that for you. Email us, we'll be able to send and post it for you free of charge. Remember, but just use it, because what we're aiming is to move from these challenges we're seeing in the society, where whenever there is a pandemic like what we're having with COVID, and then suddenly we start realizing that big gap in terms of disparities or imbalance in our society, where individuals from the Black and Asian minorities, most of the time we find they're the ones suffering from this. They're the one being hit more. COVID is a simple example, and it was there proved. There were more people like me dying of COVID. But the reason was most of the time the economical imbalance, poverty. And for us to come out of that poverty, it starts from learning these simple tips about managing money better, financial literacy. So I hope you enjoy this time. I hope you have more questions for us next time. Get in touch, and then we can send you all this information we've had with you today. For me, it was a pleasure, and I'm enjoying this conversation. Looking forward for our next episode, and thank you for listening, and thank you for watching. Have a wonderful day.